Okay, so this is my third video for tonight, and I am about to be done because I have some stuff I need to do. But I will be back. Like I said, I'm just trying to update. Update. It's my fault. I've been missing for 2 years, so I am here and I am back to give you guys everything you need to know. Um, my last video stated that I was going to be talking about different commissioning programs and stuff like that. Well, as a medic, you have so many routes to being an officer that is crazy. You have nursing, you have physician assistants, which is also known as PA. You have, you know, you can go in regular, open general, take the AFQOT. You can, it's just so many, but you can do the, MSc, which is like an admin officers in the hospital. You can do physical therapy, get your doctorate in that if you already have a bachelor's degree. It's just so many routes that you can take that it is like, it's pretty cool. As far as myself, so as you guys know, I have a degree in journalism from Carolina, so go Gamecocks. And I graduated in 2012, and I joined. It was hard. I know a lot of people are gonna relate to this when I say, no one really tells you what to major in, and if they do tell you what to major in, you don't want to listen. You want to do what you want to do, and then when you get out, you're like, I don't have a job, so what's up? So that's kind of how I was. As you guys know, I stated that I was Air Force JROTC in high school, but I didn't do it in college. I'm not gonna say that was a bad mistake, but if I can do it over, if I knew I was joining the military, I would have did ROTC. Like I stated, I have a friend same age as me. I just turned 25, so whoop whoop, and he's an O2, and I'm a E4. There's a difference. We've been friends since middle school, but he has it up here, and I'm wearing it here. He's getting paid more here, and I'm doing more work. If you get what I mean. Um, Not to rag on any officers. I look up to some of them, and just like I look up to enlisted, I am all for. At first when I came in, I was like, no, I want to be an officer. I don't know. Honestly, enlisted, we work our butts off. We work our butts off, and I do. And it's been said before. The enlisted, we do the work of the Air Force. We keep it up. The officers are supposed to be the leaders of the Air Force. They're the face. They give us what we need to do the work. So there's nothing wrong with staying enlisted. I'm just speaking from my personal preference. So this year, I was going to apply for the nursing commissioning program. This program, it pays for you to go to school for 2 years, uh, and they pay you staff sergeant, BAH, and staff sergeant pay for 2 years. You go to any school that's, I think, the tuition has to be less than or less, no more than $15,000 for the year. So that's the only stipulation. But I had my package. I did everything I needed to do. I had a mentor. She was mentoring me through it. She was a nurse. Um, but I did not get accepted to any schools. As far as I was put on waiting lists for a couple schools that I applied to. And that's also something I think you guys should, I'm not saying should experience, but just hear from my point of view. When you work so hard, and when I say worked hard, when I got to Keesler, I was taking my CECs. I was clepping those two management classes because I forgot to tell you guys, you should get a CCF, your Community College of the Air Force associate's degree, because it looks good. I clep those two classes. Depending on your leadership, they might let you clep and take classes if they feel like you can handle it. Some are like, no. But because I already had a degree, my leadership was like, you can handle it. Do what you need to do. I clept, did my CECs in 6 months. About 7, 8 months. No, I think it was 6 months. I did my CECs in 6 months. I clept. And from that point on, I went to the community college and I took classes. You go to work from 7 to 5. From, I worked from 7 to 5, and then I got off to 6 to 10, and I went to class. It is hard. It's very hard. I know my first class, I took a college algebra. With my degree, we really didn't have to take a lot of math and science, so I took like statistics in college, and that was it. Everyone knows when you're in college, if you don't got to take it, you ain't going to take it. You're going to just do the bare minimum to get your degree, and that's how I was. And then I took human anatomy. I took a human anatomy and physiology 1 and 2. I took Chem 1. I took a lot of classes, and sometimes I was taking 2 to 3 classes at a time, and they were fast paced. I do not recommend that for everyone. If you do not have, I'm not saying you can't do it, but is different. When you're in college and you're working a full-time job, when you're going to school full-time and you're working a part-time job, it seems hard, but it's even harder when you're working a full-time job, military job at that. So it's not a normal job. You're doing a full-time job plus more. Your days are supposed to be 9 hours, but if you have PT, they turn it out to be 13 hours or 12 hours. So you're working a full-time job and you're going to school and you're taking 2 classes. It can get stressful. So with that being said, I'm telling you guys, I bust my butt. I got A's and B's in all my classes. And they were undergraduate classes. Fortunately, TA at the time paid for it. But then a new fiscal year rolled around and the AFI said if you have a bachelor's degree, you cannot take undergraduate classes. So yes, some classes I had to come out of pocket for. I had to do it. I needed the class and the Air Force wouldn't pay for it. If you have a bachelor's degree, be careful because when you come into the military, they will tell you, well, they won't tell you. You just think you're going to register for an undergraduate class and no, in your record, you have a degree, so you need to be working on a master's. In my opinion, I don't want to work on a master's right now because I'm not using my bachelor's. Until I figure out what I want to get a master's in, I don't want to waste the Air Force money. I don't want to waste my time, so they did pay for about 6 classes before the AFI changed, and I had to pay for about 2 out of pocket. But when you have a goal, I was taught when I was here, you have to invest in your future. You have to invest in yourself. So that's what I did. So as this year came, I was pumped. I did everything I needed to do, but every school put me on a waiting list. One school down here said I needed to take the SAT over. Another school said I needed an English 101. And I'm like, wait a minute, I have a bachelor's degree. So and they put me on waiting lists. When you have a bachelor's degree, you shouldn't have to take a SAT over. But it just depends on the school. So I did not put in my package this year. And I was very hurt because I had a goal. I said my goal is come in to the Air Force, serve 2 years, make a certain rank, and then I'm going to commission and all in one enlistment. Well, I'm a religious person. Sometimes what we have planned is not what God has planned for us. So he was just telling me, hey, this is your life, but I got control. So it took me for a little spin. I was just like, oh man, but I'm here. And it was this year that I did not get a chance to put in my package. But I want to let you guys know that it's not the end of the world. I mean, it gave me an opportunity to look into more commissioning. For example, while I'm waiting to reapply for nursing next year, I'm also getting moved to a ward where I'm going to be actually doing more medic nurse type things. So it's going to give me opportunity to see, hey, do I even really want to be a nurse? Do I want to really do this forever? And I think that was the whole plan. Let me not jump into nursing and not know what I'm getting myself into type of thing. Also, they have a physician assistance program. This program, you will already come out with a master's degree and you will be a provider. As a med tech, you have tech, nurse, provider. So you have tech, nurse, PA, doctor. But PA and doctor are like this close. They still see their own patients. And, the Air Force will pay you, I believe, a staff sergeant or whatever rank you're at getting into PA. And you'll go to school for about 2 years, but you come out with a master's. You're a provider. You come out as an O2 versus nurses. They come out as an O1. But either program are awesome. It just depends on if you want to be a provider or do you want to be a nurse. It just all depends on what you want to do. And right now I'm in the process of just, preparing myself for both. As I'm waiting for nursing, I'm going to be also taking a Chem 2, which I have to pay out of pocket for, but that's fine. I have to take the ASVAB over. I have to take the SAT over because the PA program, they need different scores on your test. So you got to make sure you get the scores that you need. So I can't apply to nursing for fall 2016 right now. It's too early. So why not study and, do other things? So if you guys are in the military right now, you're not sure about what program you want to do, go on I think it's the Air Force Knowledge Exchange or something like that, or ask ask someone about that. and just look into your options, because there's options. If not, if I don't want to do anything medical, I can go and take the AFQOT. As you guys know, I took it one time already, and I didn't do too good on it. That test was like a beast. I took it before I joined enlisted, and it was a beast. It was like the ASVAB on some serious drugs. Like it was horrible. I made the minimum score, but I missed on one part, but I missed it on by 2 points on another part. So I just didn't apply. And I just came in enlisted. So I do have a chance to take it again. You only get 2 times to take it in your lifetime. But then they also came out with a new version of it. So if you get, I guess, another time. So I took it one time. I can take it again with that same version, and then I can take the new version over from what I was told. But, you have to check into some things, because don't believe everything you are getting told by different people, even by me. Check my facts. I'm not always right, but I'm just telling you guys what I'd be on the internet searching and stuff. So, I'm not always right. Double check on me, but, yeah, just trying to help you guys. Let's see. Also, as medics, we have different opportunities to. Have you guys ever heard of the Air Force Cool program? That program, they pay for you. So you get $4,500 in tuition assistance, but you also get $4,500 in Air Force Cool. This is a program that I believe is for active duty, guard, and reserve. But I think reserve and guard has to be on like Title 10 orders or active duty orders or something like that. I'm not so familiar with that with you guys, but for active duty, they will pay for you to get certified, whether it's CNA, CMA, LPN, all types of things. You go on there, you search your AFSC, and they will pay for your exams. You have $4,500 to get, certified. It's nothing better than having credentials behind your name. Blah, 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 LPN or blah, blah, blah. And yeah, some of you guys might be like, oh, well, I'm going to get my my BSN and RN, and I don't need an LPN. Well, until you get that, you might want to just try to take advantage of what you have. Yes, we are already EMTs. EMTs, LPNs, let's just say one get paid a little bit more than the other. Yes, RNs get paid more. But until you get that, think about your EPR. Think about things like how that's going to look better on your I Love Me binder. Because I have an I Love Me binder, and I will bring that to my next video episode, and I will show you guys exactly what I mean. You keep your EPRs in there. You keep your everything, decorations, all in my I Love Me binder with my picture on it, because that's my career, So as far as the LPN Air Force Cool thing, I am actually in the process, which once I get off the computer, I'm going to study. The Air Force will pay for your exam. As LPNs, as medtechs, we can challenge the New York and California board. That does not mean you have to take your exam there. That just means that you can challenge the board. So you can go to any national testing site and take it. And if you pass and you're a certified LPN, you just have to get your license transferred over to the state that you're going to be working in. Now, I do recommend getting study material. I just spent a good bit of coins on a study, called Hearst Review. But I heard they have really good pass rates. So you, like I said, invest in your future. I might not ever work as an LPN, but at least if something was to ever happen, you have to always set yourself up for success. Set yourself up to be better than what you came in as. When I came in, I wasn't an LPN. I was just a college grad looking for a job. Well, if I was to ever have to get out, budget cuts or forced protection or reduction or whatever they do when they're cutting everybody, at least I can say, hey, I got LPN out of it, and I'm okay until I get something better. So you guys look into that. My biggest point of this whole message is set yourself up for success. It's out there. We have benefits. Use them. Use the Air Force Cool. Use your TA. Because you have a lot of people that's in the dorms, and I've seen it for myself. They'll sit in the dorms and not do anything. And then they become tech sergeant. They're like, yeah, man, I wish I would have got my CCF. Or they're master sergeant. They're like, dang, I wish I would have studied when I was in the dorm and I didn't have kids and I didn't have a wife or a husband and I didn't have all this stuff. So study now. Get it now because you're young. Some of us are younger than others. I know I'm in my mid-20s now. So some of us are younger, but it's out there. Use it. Go get it. You have any questions about any of that, let me know. Like I said, I probably won't be posting any more videos tonight, but I will be updating you guys, especially for Thursday. Send your prayers up. Y'all have a good night.